The frantic squawk of the radio died as abruptly as it began, leaving behind a silence far more terrifying than any scream.
Hold her steady! Blast this storm!
Mayday! Mayday! We're going down! We need immediate assistance!
Not even an oil slick to mark its final resting place. Just nothing. As if the ocean itself.
This wasn't a rare occurrence, not in this particular stretch of water. For centuries, mariners and aviators had whispered tales.
It was a place steeped in legend, a watery graveyard where the laws of physics seemed to take an extended holiday. They called it the Devil's Triangle, a place where compasses spun wildly, electronics failed, and the very generations of sailors had learned to give it a wide berth, or at least to say their prayers a little harder when they...
But what if the Bermuda Triangle wasn't unique? What if, on the opposite side of the world, another...
Imagine a place so remote, so shrouded in mist and myth.
A place where the disappearances were just as frequent, just as inexplicable, and perhaps even more horrifying in their silent finality.
Here, ancient legends spoke of colossal sea monsters, of spirit islands that appeared and vanished.
Unlike its Atlantic counterpart, the Dragon's Triangle wasn't just a modern enigma. Its reputation for swallowing vessels stretched back.
Mayday! Mayday! This is the Orca!
The signal element. We've lost comm.
The disappearances in both regions were chillingly similar. Sudden, complete, and utterly devoid.
Scientists offered theories of rogue waves, magnetic anomalies, or methane hydrate eruptions. Conspiracy theories.
Or ancient, sentient entities lurking beneath the waves. But for those who had lost loved ones, the question remained, hanging heavy like the fog that often clung to these cursed seas. Which was deadlier?
The legendary, well-documented Bermuda Triangle, a name that conjured images of dread in the minds of millions? Or the enigmatic, ancient Dragon's Triangle, a place where the line between myth and reality blurred? The answer, perhaps, lay in the very heart of the mystery, a truth waiting to be uncovered if anyone dared to look. The Bermuda Triangle, a vast, ill-defined expanse of the Atlantic, offered a chillingly tangible...
Its vertices, though debated, typically anchored themselves between Miami, Florida, the island of Bermuda, and...
Within this watery dominion, countless vessels and aircraft had simply vanished, leaving behind...
Perhaps the most haunting tale, etched into the annals of maritime and aviation lore, was that of Flight 19.
On December 5, 1945, 5 TBM Avenger torpedo bombers departed Fort Lauderdale, Florida on a routine training mission. Their flight leader, an experienced pilot, reported compass malfunctions and disorientation.
Everything is wrong, strange, we can't be sure of any direction.
Then, nothing.
No trace of any of the 6 aircraft or 27 airmen was ever found. The sea had swallowed them whole, without a whisper.
Decades earlier, in March 1918, the USS Cyclops, a massive collier for the US Navy,
No SOS, no wreckage, no explanation. Her disappearance remains the single largest loss.
A sheer scale of such a loss, without a single clue, fueled the burgeoning legend of the Triangle.
The Star Type's sister ship, the Star Ariel, or Apple.
Both were modern aircraft, operated by experienced crews, and both, like so many before them,
The sheer volume of disappearances, the consistent lack of wreckage, and the chilling finality of each case.
It wasn't merely a place where accidents happened. It was a place where things ceased to be. The fear.
The legend grew with each untold story, each unanswered question, each desperate search that...
The Atlantic's enigma had earned its deadly reputation. As the Atlantic held its breath, cloaked in lay a region known to mariners and myth-keepers alike as the Dragon's Triangle, or more ominously, the Devil's Sea. Its geographical embrace was vast, encompassing the waters between Japan.
Unlike the Western world's fascination with alien abductions and temporal anomalies in the Bermuda Triangle, the mystery...
Follow the light. Rest with us forever.
Demons, too, were said to dwell beneath the waves, their malevolent spirits luring sailors to their doom with phantom lights and siren calls.
These were not mere superstitions to the seasoned fishermen and sailors who plied these waters.
The Dragon's Triangle, though less publicized in Western media, boasted a history of vanishings that mirrored, and in some aspects,
One of the most chilling and well-documented incidents involved the Kaiomaru No. 5, a Japanese research vessel.
No distress signal, no wreckage, no bodies, just of abrupt, deafening silence.
The scale of disappearances in the Dragon's Triangle was staggering. Over a period of several decades, dozens of ships,
fishing trawlers, cargo ships, even formidable naval vessels.
Its reputation was forged not in sudden, dramatic bursts, but in a relentless, steady stream of... It was an equally deadly counterpart, a Pacific shadow that proved the world's oceans held more.
The world had two formidable contenders for the deadliest stretch of sea. The Atlantic's notorious stretch. Recircades.
One of the most compelling scientific theories centered on methane hydrates, vast deposits of these icy cages trapping natural...
The hypothesis suggested that sudden, catastrophic releases of this methane, perhaps triggered by seismic activity or...
The plausibility of this theory lay in its ability to explain the instantaneous nature of many disappearances, leaving no time for
Another natural phenomenon frequently invoked was the rogue wave. These monstrous walls of water, coupled with the region's propensity for sudden, severe weather, particularly hurricanes and intense squalls, the sheer power of...
magnetic anomalies also entered the scientific discourse. The magnetic field is...
While this could certainly contribute to human error, leading vessels astray into dangerous waters or unexpected storms.
Indeed, human error and navigational mistakes remained a constant understated factor.
A significant number of incidents could arguably be attributed to these mundane, yet devastating factors. However...
Mayday! Mayday! All instruments are failing! What is this fog?
Tales of pilots experiencing strange instrument readings and a disorienting haze fueled this idea, though no scientific basis for such a phenomenon has ever been found.
Time warps, portals to other dimensions, and even alien interventions.
These theories, while captivating, lacked any empirical evidence and relied heavily on anecdotal accounts and unverified. Its enduring mystery lay in this very ambiguity, a testament to the ocean's power and
Across the vast expanse of the Pacific, mirroring the Atlantic's enigma, lay the Dragon's Triangle.
While the Bermuda Triangle offered whispers of magnetic anomalies and rogue waves, the Dragon's Triangle
Scientists posited that sudden, localized eruptions could generate massive underwater shockwaves, capable of capsizing vessels without a trace.
These seismic disturbances, often undetectable from the surface, could also trigger tsunamis or create sudden...
Come on, start! Why won't it start? We're losing power.
Typhoons, far more frequent and ferocious than Atlantic hurricanes, regularly scour the area. Their immense winds and mountain...
Furthermore, the deep-sea currents within the Dragon's Triangle are notoriously complex and powerful, a labyrinth of converging and diverging flows. These currents, some theorized, could create localized whirlpools, or even rapidly transport wreckage.
Come on, start! Why won't it start? We're going down!
Deep oceanic trenches, some of the deepest on Earth, plunge thousands of meters below the surface, creating an almost
The very seabed was a potential trap, a geological maw waiting to swallow its prey. Culturally, tales of sea monsters, vengeful spirits, and portals to other dimensions abound. Unlike the Bermuda Triangle's more modern, almost alien-centric theories, the Pacific's folklore speaks of ancient, primal forces.
Comparing these theories to those of the Bermuda Triangle reveals both parallels and stark differences. Both regions contend with extreme...
While magnetic anomalies are speculated in the Atlantic, the Pacific offers tangible, geological violence.
Definitive, universally agreed upon numbers for disappearances in either region are
The Bermuda Triangle, due to its proximity to heavily trafficked shipping lanes and air corridors connecting...
The sheer density of traffic in the Atlantic, particularly through the Bermuda Triangle's area, naturally increases the probability.
It's dead! Why won't it start?
Conversely, the Dragon's Triangle, while equally vast, encompasses a region of the Pacific that, historically, has seen less
Its more remote location and the geopolitical sensitivities of the region have also meant less open reporting and fewer sensationalized accounts reaching Western media.
However, the data available, often from Japanese and Chinese naval and research vessels, paints a grim picture of localized but devastating events.
The loss of the Kaiomaru No. 5 research vessel in 1952 with 31 crew.
It's a critical distinction. Bermuda's higher incident count, functions.
The Dragon's Triangle, with fewer eyes on its treacherous depths, might have issued fearfully.
Public perception is heavily skewed by this difference. The Bermuda Triangle benefits, or suffers, from an almost...
While Bermuda's body count is often exaggerated and sensationalized, the true extent of the Dragon's Triangle's depredation.
Initial assessments, therefore, suggest that while the Bermuda Triangle claims more reported incidents, largely due to...
The question of deadliness, then, isn't just about numbers, but about the nature of the threat itself. Captain Elias Vance, a seasoned freighter pilot with 30 years of Pacific crossings under his belt, still recounts his...
It was a clear morning, calm seas. Then, without warning, the entire bridge...
It wasn't just the machinery. You felt watched, like something ancient and powerful was observing us, toying with us. For 6 terrifying hours they drifted, until, as abruptly as it had begun, the psychological scars, Elias admitted, ran deeper than any physical damage. He never flew through that sector.
Amelia Amy Chen, A private pilot who survived an unexpected squall described the experience as flying into a wall of nothingness.
The experience left her with a profound fear of open water and a recurring nightmare of that unnatural green sky. The feeling of being completely at the mercy of forces beyond human comprehension. The sudden shifts from placid...
It is not just the lost ships and planes that define their deadliness, but the indelible marks left on the souls of...
The truth, as often happens when confronting the truly enigmatic, is not a simple, definitive answer. Its proximity to heavily trafficked shipping lanes and air routes likely contributes to the higher number of reported incidents. Yet, the Dragon's Triangle presents a different, arguably more ancient and visceral terror. From its colossal whirlpools and underwater volcanoes to its geomagnetic anomalies and the legendary sea monster.
The Japanese government's official designation as a danger zone for a reason, cautioning against navigation.
Ultimately, the deadliness isn't just about statistics. It's about the nature of the unknown. The Bermuda Triangle feels...
The Dragon's Triangle, however, feels like a place where something else entirely is at play. A primal force.
But the most profound takeaway is this. Both triangles serve as humbling monuments to the persistent mystery of our world. They remind us that despite all our technological advancements, vast stretches of our planet, particularly the deep...
They are places where the veil between the known and the unknown thins, where rational...
The ocean, vast and ancient, holds secrets we may never fully comprehend. And perhaps